Is this item worth the space it will take up in my home? Yes or no? Well, hello! I was just at an estate sale and I thought that it might be nice to do a little video with my tips for estate sale shopping and then show you what I got because it's some good stuff. So here are my 3 tips for a successful estate sale. Tip number 1 is the 3 sweeps method. Estate sales are in a house and it's usually everything kind of pulled out and grouped in piles all around, kind of throughout the whole house. It's not usually super organized or clear or easy to see what's going on, and especially when there's other people there, it can feel really overwhelming when you first walk in the door. I'm a little bit of an anxious girly, so I am kind of panicking when I first am entering a space like that, especially when there's other buyers there already kind of picking through. I have a hard time like thinking clearly when I'm being perceived. So with the 3 sweeps method, I do a quick scan of the room. With a quick scan, you can see if something jumps out at you, something that's like really good, really exciting, that catches your eye immediately, then I go ahead and grab that thing and then I move on to the next space. Because at this point, I'm not in my right mind. So the second sweep is when I slowly pick through, make my way around, because my heart rate has started to relax and I am able to kind of like actually move things, look underneath things, slowly take in my surroundings and see what's actually there. The third go round isn't completely necessary, of course, but I have found that that's usually when I see something that I missed and then I pick up. At this point, my mind is the most relaxed and I'm able to be the most comfortable and confident, and I know what the rooms are like and I know how to access them and move around in them. I know how to meander through the piles. If there's a place where I was like, oh yeah, I didn't get to look in that corner, let me go deeper into there this time around. Even if you're not an anxious person, I would still suggest 2 sweeps of each space because I think you always miss something. A lot of things are really buried or hidden in an estate sale, and getting at it from a different angle is helpful. Tip number 2 is know thyself. This one is tough. I tend to fall into the same patterns every time I'm thrifting, antiquing, yard sailing, estate sailing, all these things. It's because I am really drawn to woven baskets, Asian motifs, tea sets, and lamps. These are my big 4 that I am always going to buy. And I know this about myself, so I know that when I see something, sometimes I'm blinded by the item because it's in this category. When I see these items and they're in my style, I grab them right away. But I've been learning to ask myself a few questions to try and really get at why I'm doing this or what is happening. These are like comfort items to me, so I'm always like, yes, I need that. Oh, I really want that. So I ask myself, where will I put this? Do I have room for it anywhere? I know for a lot of us maximalists, it's like, there's always room. We'll make room. But like in a serious way, like really thinking about that. What is its purpose? Is this a practical object or is it just a beautiful object? Something that's purely decorative. Its purpose is just to bring me joy when I look at it. You know, like really thinking that through. Can I put something in it? Can I store something in it? Or is it just taking up space? But is it worth it that it would take up that space because I like it that much? Is its beauty worth having if it's not practical? And do I have something similar already? That one gets me a lot because I'm always like, well, I don't have something exactly like this. But I've been learning to kind of really think through, scan my home inventory in my mind and remember like, oh yeah, I do have a vase just like this, or like I have a few baskets like that and they're kind of piled up. They're not being used for anything. So really taking that time to pause and reflect and kind of take your time, not make a snap decision like, yes, I'm gonna get that, but thinking, looking at it, maybe holding it in your hand for a bit, flipping it over, reading the manufacturer, like all these things will either add or detract its value for you. So it'll help you make that decision, like really feeling it. Is this item worth the space it will take up in my home? Yes or no? And number 3 is stick to your budget. Every estate sale is very different, and the seller always has an idea in their own mind of how much something is worth. I have the same philosophy with Facebook Marketplace, unless it's like a reseller and it's like their job or their business. I think that it's good to remember and keep in mind that you are helping them clear out their house. If you didn't come take these things away, you are coming to them. If you didn't come take these things away, they would have to find another way to get rid of these items. So that's why I say it's okay to haggle in these types of situations. This is the culture of estate sales, especially when you have a bunch of things, then it's like a bundle. They should give you a deal on those multiple items. Esther's boyfriend Louie came with me because Esther couldn't come, so she was like, Louie, you should go. So he came to look through stuff and he found a couple things, which was great. As Louie and I were gathering the items that we wanted to buy in our little pile in one of the rooms, the man who was selling the items said, you know, yeah, just keep adding to it, and then at the end we'll come to some sort of agreement. So at the end, I came over to him and I said, you know, you saw what we have. What are you thinking? And I always try to get the person to say what they're thinking, because I really have no clue what price they're thinking. And I am pretty frugal. So for me, like, my ideal price is often low. And so sometimes it's good to know what they are actually expecting so that I don't say a crazy number and then they're offended. So I try to get an idea of what they're actually thinking or what they're looking for a price. But he didn't give me a price what he was thinking. He was like, well, no, what are you thinking? And I was like, $30? Since I do yard sales too, estate sale is just like a step up from a yard sale in my mind. So that's like a step up yard sale pricing. He looked at me kind of crazy. He was like, it has to be more than that. And I was like, oh, okay, how about 40? And he was like, it has to be more than that. How about, and then he said, how about 50? And I said, sounds good. Great. And with this, what happened was, this was an acquaintance of Gavin's. And so Gavin was there on a day over the weekend where I couldn't come with him. So he was sending me photos of what was there. I could barely tell what was going on in the pictures. You know, if you're not physically there, it's really hard because you want to like lift things and pick through. And like, I couldn't really see what was going on. So from the photos he sent me, I picked a few things. So Gavin brought those home. And then a day later, me and Louie went back. So I'll start by showing you what Gavin got after my approval from the pictures he sent me. This is a chest. It's wicker and it's got these beautiful clasps. Great for storage. And it has these handles on the side so I can lift it up and carry it. And I really like that it's got these metal corners and it has little feet. Ta-da! 2 of them. This one doesn't have the same metal corners, but it still has little feet. Has a clasp that's very similar. And it has handles that are a little different. These check off 2 of my favorites items, which are woven baskets and Asian motifs. Doesn't have a label. I'm really excited to use these. I kind of want them out in the open, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that looks like. The motifs look Japanese to me, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not so great at differentiating sometimes. And then Gavin also got this vase, or actually it's technically a planter because it has a hole in the bottom, which is cool. I didn't notice that till just now. So somebody, I think, retroactively drilled a hole in the bottom to make it a planter. So that's fun. And then Gavin got these, and I didn't even tell him to get these. He just was like, ooh, these little wicker lampshades, which are very adorable and sweet. I don't have anything at this moment that I could put these on. Gavin knows me. He knows I like a woven object. And then these guys are Paris Royal. I'm not a cabbageware expert, but there's 3 of these and they're so cute. I love them. And then there's this guy, which is the big dinner plate. He does have a little chip, but I don't mind so much. Ooh, I don't know if I can read that at all. It's just like indented. If any of you know what that says, let me know. I'm trying to get a good lighting for you. All right, so yeah, this is the haul that Gavin got for me the first day. I just got really tempted to put these on my candles. Oh, hey-oh. That looks really funny. Obviously, I wouldn't light them with these like this unless I was trying to set the house on fire, which I'm not. Oh my gosh, it's worked. Can't believe it worked. All right, I found the spot for them. For now. All right, now the stuff I got is all gathered here in the living room. I'll start with the stuff on this table. I got this lampshade. It is fabric. It's really cute. I like the colors a lot. It's very sweet, very country. I'll show you this one too, because it's right here. This lampshade, but it actually has a lamp. It goes with this guy. And this is a Falls Craft lamp. We can have this guy. Or, humor me for a moment. Could be cute, right? Maybe it's too much, I don't know. I'm gonna plug it in and we'll see. We'll see if it even works. Because I didn't even think to do that at the place. I'm pretty bad with that. Gavin will be like, you tested that, right? And I'm like, no. What do we think? What do we think? I think it's cute. I'm not sure about the combination yet, but it's pretty adorable. And I'm gonna set it right here. So then I'll just have this lampshade. Another spare lampshade. In the lighting department, I also got a chimney, which I need for one of my oil lamps that does not have a chimney. So that's exciting. This was funny. I held up this teacup and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Lily of the Valley. It's so cute. And oh, look, it's made in Italy. It's very sweet. It looks hand painted. Majolica. But I was like, it doesn't have the saucer though, so I'm not gonna get it. And then a minute later, I found the saucer. I was like, well, I'm getting it. In the basement, I found these 2 floral frogs. They're glass floral frogs. This kind you can put on like the top of a vase or a jar, and it kind of can like settle if you have like the right size. This kind works best when it's like sitting on top of a vessel. So these 2 I'm excited about. I'm gonna test them out. I got these. There's 2. I don't think they're super unique or anything, but I think that they are really nice. And I mean, they're definitely hand painted. It's kind of interesting the way they've been painted. But they both have plate hangers on the back, so I'll probably hang these up in the dining room. I got this little teapot made in Japan. The design is really interesting. I haven't seen one quite like this. This color scheme is so pretty. And then I got this pillar candle. because I liked the ribbing on it, and I like a nice pillar candle. This planter, cobalt blue. There's no hole in the bottom, so could also be a crock. My mom asked me to look out for planters for her. I'll see if she likes this. If not, then I'll keep it. And then I got these doily napkins. There's 4 little napkins. And then there's one big, that I guess is like a tablecloth. I was really intrigued by the lace, and I'm not sure what the motif is in the corners. Is that the letter D? I really love vintage cloth. Me and Esther both kind of collect it. We don't have a plan, really. I mean, we kind of have like sewing ideas and schemes, but rarely do we ever do them. But, you know, eventually. And then I got this kettle, which had like water in it when I picked it up. I was like, oh, this was their kettle. So we have an electric kettle that we always use, but I always wanted like a backup kettle that we can throw on a burner. So this is just a simple little cutie guy. I don't even know what brand it is. I don't think it doesn't say. But what does that tell you? I don't know. This hat was just like chilling on the table, and I just thought it was so cute. Like, it's see-through because it's almost like, you know, it's just very delicately woven, almost lace-like, and I'm a sucker for that kind of hat. And this one was just very cute, so I got it. I got these 2 seat cushion covers. You can tell I like yellow. I think that I will put these on the bench in the dining room. I like the shape of these a lot. I like that they're just squares, and that it's got like a tufted grid on it, and it's just like a plain color, and like yellow. It's so nice, and it's just so satisfying to hold. It feels very well made, so I like that a lot. This cushion cover, which I'm very excited about, I'm actually gonna put a cushion in it right now. It's cross-stitched hummingbirds, and they're so cutie sweet. Ooh, might be too big. Might be too big. Don't want to like, Let's see if it zips. Just needs a good elbow in there. Okay, cute. Oh, so sweet. I do have a problem when it comes to cushions. I should have said that was one of my problem children as well. Because I always pick up a cushion, and we have so many cushions. We should actually start getting rid of the ones that we don't care about. And then this I got for the frame because it's really chunky wood, and I like the shape. It was really interesting. So I might keep the art in it. I might take it out. We shall see. If you've watched this channel, then you know that I have a tablecloth with this pattern on it, and they had the runner that matched it. Isn't that crazy? I mean, maybe it's not that crazy because it was probably mass produced. I'm gonna throw that in the wash. Then I got some books from the shelf. Got cottage style. I love these types of books to just flip through. They're just fun. New Country Color. Grandma Moses. She's an American folk painter. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty fun. And then Picasso posters. And then last thing I got is this magazine carrier, magazine holder. This is woven like a basket, which is why I really liked it. But I do have a friend, Abigail. She was talking about how she wanted something like this to like keep all her stuff in. So I'm gonna give it to her if she is still wanting something like that. All right, so that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Estate sales are always an adventure, and you never really know what's gonna happen, what you're gonna get. I always find something. Actually, there was one I went in and I couldn't find anything. I was there with Emma, and it smelled so bad inside that Emma couldn't even come in. She just sat outside and waited for me, and I was in there for a while and I didn't find anything, so I felt really bad. But I feel like it's always worth going and seeing because you never know. It's so different than a store where you kind of know what to expect. In an estate sale, it really is treasure hunting. You get to see what the person was like. You get to see what they loved, what they collected over their lifetime. And I think it's special when I see overlap with myself and I get to take some things home. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The life of Rosalind is the life for